Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have for you the next part of our Pancrase Live 6 review. It is Les Johnston taking on Ryushi Yanagisawa. Yanagisawa once again acting as the enforcer of Pancrase, taking on the bigger guys brought in from outside. Les Johnston is a teammate of David Moore, who we've heard from previously on our previous episode. Unfortunately, I couldn't get in touch with Les before this fight. He apparently doesn't have Facebook. He's a bit of a hermit, and so couldn't hear his thoughts. But if he wants to talk, please do. So here we go. Front kick from Yanagisawa. Nice palm strikes from Yanagisawa, and Les like, no, I don't want any of that. Hits a nice, very, very footy tackler double. That one. That was a lot of power and not much technique. He did it very well. He got a nice entry, but yeah, wasn't exactly a technical powerhouse. He just drove all the way through, and the referee Kosuke Kenji stands him up for being under the ropes. He tries to go for another double. Hits this one. Is a lot more technically interesting, although Yanagisawa has done the Yanagisawa thing and gone for a toe hold straight away. And he's rolling Les with it. Les seems to have gotten free now and maintained top position. Nice defense, Les. He's got the modified cradle, gone to standard old side control. He might actually be in Katagatami here. Katagatami, of course, I mean head-arm control. It's not quite true Katagatami because he's on the other side. And Kosuke Kenji stands them up again. Middle kick from Yanagisawa. Yeah, he's definitely got Les with the striking here. Nice lead hand trap into rear hand, but Les ducks under it, back into a single leg. Nice takedowns from our man Les. Goes to a cradle. Trying to pick the far wrist of Yanagisawa to finish this takedown. Manages to change direction and end up on top. Crossface to forearm choke. Back to the Katagatami position. Trying to push up for the head arm choke. Not even levering in the forearm choke here. You call yourself a Pancrase fighter. What are you doing if you're not being completely brutal on the ground? Yeah, definitely much more of the gentle way here, the positional hierarchy, rather than just creating a period of extreme discomfort for the man on the bottom, which is what you need to do. North-south, the freaky mount. Yanagisawa linking his hands here, creating frames, and Kosuke Kenji stood them up again. Yeah, Yanagisawa was timing those right hands, Les timing the double legs underneath him, but Yanagisawa had that one scouted, hit a good sprawl, and so we're in Les Johnston's guard. We'll see how the bigger man works off his back. Well, not the bigger man in this situation, but the bigger man of our two Australians. Yanagisawa trying to front naked choke from inside Les Johnston's guard. Not something I would do. Great shot of Kosuke Kenji's ass with his notebook in his back pocket for when he's judging fights. There we are. Finally, the cameramen have worked out which angle's a good one to actually see what's going on. Not very much going on here in the guard of Les Johnston. Trying to sit up, go for a hip bump sweep. Yanagisawa manages to retract his arm and base out. Les Johnston probably thinking head arm again. Oh no, trying to kick up for a triangle on Yanagisawa. Yanagisawa using his T-Rex arms to defend that triangle. Yeah, not often we see this sort of level of guard retention in a Pancrase fight. Kosuke Kenji's seen enough of that and decided that we should stand up. Keep fighting. Nice front kick from Yanagisawa. Les Johnston catches that one, dives in, scoops out the bottom leg, and hits a nice takedown coming up in top side control. Saves himself the time of passing Ryushi Yanagisawa's guard by hitting a decent takedown. This time he's trying to lever in that forearm choke, grabbing on the shoulder blade of Yanagisawa and pushing down with his weight here. That's what you need to do. Yanagisawa sort of a bit of an empty half here. Catching up the bottom leg of Les Johnston, stopping him from transitioning to mount. Les Johnston posting away on that leg, sliding over into mount this time and coming up. Trying for that head arm choke again, but Yanagisawa, strong boy, as we've seen before, and manages to get his arm out. Skydiver mount from Les Johnston here. Very low body position. Not a very sweepable position, but he's trying to force straight into this this head arm choke. Now he's trying for a Americana from mount. Not something I'd do against Yanagisawa. I reckon you're going to get swept here, Mr. Johnston. Yanagisawa grabbing his own hand here, preventing the arm lock, and just manages to reef it back, stopping Les Johnston getting the big boy move. Kosuke Kenji tells him, get back on your feet, fellas. Backfighting. Head kick from Yanagisawa here, straight into the front headlock on Les Johnston. Les Johnston trying to fade back, trying to recover his noggin. He's got guard, which means he'll be able to pop free, create enough space with his hips to recover his brain stem before Yanagisawa can detach it. Crowd looking on intently in this fight. A lot of faces staring directly at the action with a look of supreme interest. Still in the guard of Les Johnston here. Very static guard, which is unfortunate. Not creating a lot of action here, but he seems to just be having a bit of a break. Looks a bit tired. Nagisawa trying to create some pressure. Les Johnston working his overhooks to stifle Yanagisawa here. Yanagisawa using a forearm choke to create a bit of space from Les. Now just pushing away on his face. Les Johnston has about enough of that and gets rid of Yanagisawa's posts. Yanagisawa returning to his knee. Back to the forearm choke, which is a shit spot to be under, because Yanagisawa was a strong dude. Yanagisawa reaching back with his arm to try and open up Les Johnston's guard. Just straight up nearly feeding himself into a triangle here. Back to the front naked choke. Putting his fist right in the artery of Les Johnston as far as I could figure, but he's given up on that. Yeah, I was going to ask what Kosuke Kenji was going to do here. Because it kind of... both fellas had run out of ideas at that point. Right, back to the action. Nagasawa's been landing good kicks on the outside, but he's had some success at stopping the takedowns, but not very much. I say that. Whoop. Clipped him in the head, and then got him with a front kick afterwards, and then we've got the down on Les Johnston. Must have just clipped him with that first kick, and then the second one definitely wobbled him pretty badly. He says he's fine to go, though. Shaking his head. He's still a bit wobbly. Oh, big knee from Yanagisawa. Front kicks. Les Johnston dives on the low single here. Hoping his best. And then Yanagisawa just yanking up on the knee and hip and gets the tap from Les Johnston with what I'm going to call a straight-up gotch toe hold, which is something that Yanagisawa was a fan of. But a fun little fight between our two bigger fellas, and Les Johnston telling the ref that he's okay, just, having a little sit down on the floor there. And Yanagisawa pleased as punch with himself, blowing kisses to the crowd. Well, thank you very much. Ooh, very ginger Les Johnston here on his leg. Thanks very much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed that. We will be back next time for more Pancrase Alive 6 action. And I will see you then.